Okay, so I like to start out by heading over to the store settings down here in the bottom left, and from here what you'd like to probably do is set up the two distinct emails where your customers contact you at. This is the address that can be sent with like order confirmation emails and that sort of thing automatically by Shopify. And this is the actual email that Shopify contacts you at if they need to contact you for anything. Phone number, of course. So this, actually, you know what I like to do? Depending on how far ahead you want to go, there is a great little app called Reamaze. Check it out in the App Store, Reamaze. I'll type it out for you. Reamaze. This is a great little help desk support system. I will do a separate tutorial for how to integrate Reamaze in maybe a future video. That's sort of the outside of the scope of setting up your Shopify store. In the meantime, we're just going to set up a simple contact page because I don't know if you want to go that elaborate. So I'll do that all in a separate course. But for now, it is good enough to make sure that you have your customer email and your actual official email there. The next thing you're going to want to do is select your store currency. It is important to do this before you make an official sale, because once you make an official sale, it will become locked to that currency. So choose your store currency. You also want to choose your store time zone. This might be set automatically, or you might want to make sure that you have this set to your local time zone, and this sort of just helps with your sales statistics, like how many sales did you get in a day is based upon your store time zone. A prefix is actually very helpful as well. Let's say you called your shop the widget shop, right? You might want to add widget like that, right? And that way it just is easier for your customers to search for order references from your shop. Now I'm calling my shop a little bit different here. So I'm gonna do hashtag, there we go. AKA DEM. There we go. That's going to be my prefix. The suffix doesn't really matter. That should be fine the way it is. So basically, any ordered IDs that come from your shop, and this is going to be helpful, especially if you have multiple shops, right? Like say you have multiple shops, you might want to look up order ID Academia 1001, or or widget shop 1001, right? It's just a handy way to search through email in particular. Also helps your customers just to like find your basically your emails. That's the main thing. That's mainly where that is used in order email confirmation. We should be good for this page. Let's go ahead and click save. The next thing you might want to do is actually start your store. Hang on, let me move my head again. If you want to select your plan right now, you can go ahead and do so. I recommend just the intro plan to get things started. This nice little basic one should do the trick. You can choose yearly or monthly. Up here, you'll save more if you order a longer term plan, but if you're just trying things, you might want to switch this little tab over to monthly. If you pay yearly, that'll put one big bill on your card. That's their default option, so watch out for that. You might get a big charge for like almost $200 if you choose that one. If you just want to try things out, there's your monthly option. All right, I'm actually going to go with monthly for now. Choose this plan. From here, you can enter in your billing information. I like to use PayPal. You can use your credit card, whatever you like. Go ahead and do that if you're doing this step. You don't need to do this initially if you just want to try the free trial, of course. I'm going to do this and I'll be right back. If you guys are going to do this, pause the video now and we will do it together. So even if you go ahead and implement your billing right now, you will still only be charged at the end of the trial period. So I'm going to go ahead and start my plan. Blah, 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 blah. I'm just going to X that off. And that should be good. Now you should have your billing implemented, which means you can actually unpause your shop and make it live when the time comes. Like I say, feel free to save this for later if you want to just try things out first, but there we go. Okay, over here from the themes page, online store themes, you might want to remove your password so that this shop can actually be viewed. There's no traffic coming to it right now, so it hardly matters if it can be viewed or not. Enable CAPTCHA to comment on forums, enable CAPTCHA to log in, etc., etc. I don't like to do anything that might annoy my customers, so I remove that. Go ahead and click save. And now, whilst we are over on our preferences anyways, we might as well enter in a home page title for our shop. I'm going to go ahead and call mine Academia Shop. Academia Shop. Uh, this is your homepage description. This is what shows if somebody searches for your shop on Google. Alright, so for example, somebody searches for your shop on Google, what we put in here as the homepage title will appear here. What we put into the description area will appear here, that part. Alright, so that's just something to keep in mind when you're deciding what you want to put here. Now, you might want to put something like, we sell the best widgets in all of the land. I'm going to put in come and shop around for now because I'm still deciding on what products to add to this shop. I'm just getting her all set up and ready to go. Social sharing image. Now, this is kind of an interesting thing. Now, this appears when... Okay, so this image appears when somebody shares to somewhere like Facebook. If somebody shares the link to your shop, Facebook will automatically generate an image for that Facebook share. And that image, for example, is this, what you see right here. And that is the image that we're choosing over here for this social sharing image part. So let's go ahead and choose something representative of our store. Alright, so if you don't have a logo for your shop or a little image, you can always head on over to Fiverr. Fiverr.com, the place where you can get your images designed up. This is not certainly urgent or the end of the world if there's no social sharing image. Facebook will just choose a random image from your site, depending what it thinks is best. But yeah, Fiverr is a great place to grab some logo work, should you need it. Now, we're not going to cover how to set up a Google Analytics account, but if you do have Google Analytics code, you can go ahead and paste that in there to track visitors to your website. I will probably do a separate course on how to do a little Google Analytics. It's a whole different branch, and we don't want to overcomplicate and muddy what we're doing here. All right, go ahead and click that save button. Let's head over to the settings section here. We will implement a payment provider by going to the payment system. Now, if you are in a country that supports Stripe or even Shopify payments, there will be a lot of options for you. I recommend Stripe. I recommend Shopify payments. Both of these are good options. Actually, I think they may be integrated one and the same. Now, you will need to, of course, set up a Stripe account. And you will, just need to, basically what you'll need to do is you'll need to implement the connection code from your Stripe account into the payment provider that you're choosing to use, all right? So for example, here we have Stripe, not available to me, unfortunately, but if you don't yet have a Stripe account, there will be a handy dandy little guide directly from Shopify that will take you through the process of setting up your Stripe account. Unfortunately, I can't do this part with you, but it's pretty self-explanatory. You just enter in the field as best you can, and by the time you return to Shopify, you should be implemented. You should be set up and good to go. I myself am going to be using PayPal, and you can actually have multiple payment gateways, as many as you like. I also recommend Amazon Pay. Let's see, Amazon Pay, where is it? I don't see it in my list, but if you have Amazon Pay available, that would be a great addition. You can do nice quick checkouts. Everybody has payment information already stored with Amazon Pay, so you could potentially increase your conversions quite a bit. Amazon Pay plus Stripe plus PayPal, kind of the golden trinity right there. If you get all of those implemented, that's very, very good. I myself just going to set up PayPal here. Let's see, head on over to payments. Now payments, I'm going to go ahead and head down to the add a payment method right down here. And I'm going to search for PayPal. I'm sorry, things have changed in the last month since I've done this last. All right, all I'm going to actually do is go ahead and click the activate PayPal link. Go ahead and click activate PayPal Express. Now you will be asked to log into your PayPal account. Just go ahead and do that. Once you've logged into your PayPal account, it's pretty easy. They'll thank you for logging in, and you can just head back to Shopify and you should already now be connected. Let's take a look. Alright, so as you can see, I now have the PayPal provider set to status of active, which means that this shopping cart is now ready to go with PayPal. Pretty easy, super easy, if you have a PayPal account. If you don't, well, you'll need to create one of those too. Again, that's going to be outside of the scope of this course, but fairly straightforward. Fairly straightforward, not much to it. Just fill out the forms as they ask. All right, let's continue.